Well, there is so much beauty to this season, from family and friends to food and festivities. But as we deck the halls, we need to be mindful of safety because candles, Christmas trees, and other holiday staples can all be fire hazards. That's why we've brought in our friend Michael McLear, the president of Escape Inc., with important reminders on how we can celebrate safely this year and every year. Michael, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Merry Christmas.
You as well.
Absolutely. All right, but let's talk about where these potential fire hazards are lurking as we're celebrating the season.
That's right. You talked about deck the halls. We don't want to burn them down.
No, we don't.
We're going to share some important fire safety tips. The first one is candles, because a lot of times people are using real candles this time of year. I would ask that maybe look at the battery operated candles. Safer choice, especially if you have children or pets. Pets are very attracted to the flickering flame, as young children are. And we want to keep a 1 foot circle of safety. If you are going to use candles, make sure there's nothing around that 1 foot circle of safety that could catch fire. When you leave the room, when you go to bed, blow out the candle. Very important.
Yeah. And that's always sometimes hard for people to remember. You know, sometimes you got a lot going on. You leave the house, you leave that candle burning, you know. There you go.
Absolutely. And December is the leading cause, or the leading month, I should say, for candle fires.
Okay.
So it's important to keep that in mind.
All right.
Next, let's switch over to heating if we're going to be focusing on space heaters.
Sure.
As we've had some cold weather, we want to make sure space heaters have space. We want to make sure they're not on upholstery.
Okay.
We want to make sure they're not near the couch or other furniture and anything that can catch fire. So 3 foot safety zone is what we want to focus on there. And again, when we leave the room, when we go to bed, we want to make sure that we turn off that space heater. Even with the automatic timers, I still like to rely on, hey, I'm going to unplug it from the wall and make sure that I know it's not going to automatically come back on. It's off.
Yeah.
And also, if you're using space heaters, make sure it has a tip over safeguard. That way, if the space heater tips over, it automatically shuts itself off.
Perfect. Okay. And then, of course, the Christmas tree.
Yes.
We love them. They're beautiful. But those
Absolutely.
also, I mean, especially if you're using a live tree, you got to really consider this.
You do. So water that live tree daily. If the needles start falling off, dispose of the tree. Very important. And making sure that, again, that tree is not near the fireplace, not near a space heater, not near the heat register vent, because it'll dry it out much more rapidly, much more quickly. Check wiring for lighting before we put it on the tree. If there's any cracks or frays, get rid of the wiring and get rid of the lighting. Get new. That's always a best bet. And make sure it's a tested laboratory. UL is a common one, Underwriters Laboratory,
Sure.
FM Global.
Okay.
Make sure, again, we're staying as safe as possible.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and the lights. And then you brought your big kind of trash can that you that's for the fireplace, right?
It is. So this time of year, a lot of times people have family and friends over. That fireplace is kind of the central point. But what do we do with the ashes afterwards? Never dispose of them in a paper bag. Never dispose of them in your outdoor trash can. That's a plastic trash can. We want to put it in a metal container with a lid. Keep it outside, keep it away from buildings. And lastly, give the gift of safety.
There you go.
Make sure we've got those working smoke alarms. Our partnership between Escape and Fox 17, Keep Michigan Safe. Our local fire departments will install smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors free of charge. But I always talk about give the gift of safety. Why give something that people are going to take back after the holidays?
Right.
Let's give something that's going to really mean a difference.
Yeah, the difference between life and death sometimes,
It
right?
does.
Absolutely.
You bet.
All right, Michael. So if families want to get a hold of you too, if you want to, you know, connect someone you love with a fire alarm, with a smoke alarm for free and get it installed, what do they need to do?
2 ways. They can either go to fox17online.com/safe.
Okay.
That has all the information on the campaign. They can email us at safe, S-A-F-E, at fox17online.com, or they can give me a call toll free, 844-978-4400. It's that simple.
It's that simple. And yes, you always head to our website as well for all of that information. Michael, we are so grateful for you and all of your knowledge. Thank you for sharing it with us, and Merry Christmas again.
You as well, Michelle. Thank you.